The industry in general, and Microsoft in particular, what we've seen, if we look at open source and Linux as a good example of the success of an open source community project, the adoption has been remarkable, and particularly when public cloud has brought into that equation. The adoption of Linux on public cloud over the last probably 10 years has been remarkable, really. So it's becoming much more important for developers, for enterprises to consider as part of their IT infrastructure the ability to support a mixed IT infrastructure in terms of Windows and Linux. Microsoft's very active in the open source community now because we see it as being responding to customer choice, and that's essentially it. We see it's being decided by developers, by the market, that Linux and Linux-based workloads are being adopted much more rapidly than they have been in the past. And so Microsoft made a decision quite a few years ago to move away from a Windows-centric view of the world and to make sure that other operating systems were supported on Azure to provide customers with that choice. And so we've really grown from that. And to the point now where we're partnering with Red Hat, we're partnering with Canonical and SUSE at the Linux level, but others up that Linux stack as well. In terms of integration, there are several examples. So, for example, using on Windows client, Windows subsystem for Linux. Again, that sort of thing would have been unthinkable several years ago. So you spin up Windows 10, you can run a Linux, either Red Hat, SUSE, or Ubuntu on Windows client. So for a Linux developer, they can actually access Azure using a Linux front end from their laptop, which is again providing customers with choice. We've integrated Docker into Windows Server, Kubernetes, we've mentioned previously in terms of integrating that into our own products. We underpin some of our products on Azure with Linux, and obviously Kubernetes baked into some of the things we're doing with Azure Container Services, and also HD Insight runs on Hadoop. So right across the board, we're continuing to integrate.